Let's talk about an artistic expression that had its beginnings 100 years ago and that portrays an identity and a collective memory of Mexico, muralism. How are you? I'm Juan Carlos and welcome to another episode of Feedback Learnex. Let's start this journey accompanied by Orozco, Rivera, Siqueiros, and many more characters who have made muralism a manifestation of art. Let's go! Muralism. Mexican muralism is a pictorial movement initiated in the 1920s as a part of the modernization policies of the state of Mexico after the 1910 revolution. President Álvaro Obregón, elected for the term from 1920 to 1924, appointed José Vasconcelos as Secretary of Public Education. He developed the first cultural program of Mexico after the revolution. With the purpose of creating a feeling of national unity and promoting the values of the modern state, Vasconcelos promoted, on the one hand, national public education, and on the other, developed a public art program to build and reinforce the identity and collective memory. These are some of the characteristics of Mexican muralism. Monumentality. If muralism was an art conceived by the state for a social strategy, it had to have public reach, which could only be achieved through a wall or a monumental sculpture. These walls were available in state buildings, schools, universities, or churches. The wall, moreover, ensured that art fulfilled its public purpose by not being collectible, dealing a blow against the elitist concept of the art market. Techniques. In Mexican muralism, two predominant techniques were used: fresco and encaustic. Fresco is a pictorial technique that consists of painting on a moist layer of lime with mineral pigments dissolved in water. In the encaustic technique, the binding material is hot wax mixed with pigments. Can be applied with an equally hot brush or a spatula. At first, the muralists apply elements of the Western avant-garde, such as Expressionism in Orozco, Futurism in Siqueiros, and synthetic cubism in Rivera. But this cannot be considered to have imitated them. On the contrary, they ended up turning away from them. The process of conceptualization of these contents generated unique plastic forms, thanks to the observation of pre-Hispanic and indigenous aesthetics. Themes of the Mexican muralism: universal republican values and political propaganda, progress, science, technology, and knowledge, pre-Hispanic past, and the history of Mexico. It is well known that David Alfaro Siqueiros, Diego Rivera, and José Clemente Orozco were the most renowned artists of muralism thanks to their relationship with José Vasconcelos. But we can also find names such as Jean Charlotte, Ramón Alba del Canal, Fernando Leal, Fermín Revueltas. Mexican muralism has its antecedents in the search for a nationalist art. This began in the 19th century, after the independence concern of Mexico. At the time, Leandro Izaguirre, Félix Parra, José Obregón, Rodrigo Gutiérrez, and the engraver José Guadalupe Posada stood out. However, a more concrete and significant antecedent is represented by the exhibition of the Academy of San Carlos, which was held in 1910. This exhibition was organized by the painter Gerardo Murillo, better known as Dr. Atl. The exhibition of the Academy of San Carlos was intended to respond with a nationalist proposal to the exhibition of Spanish painting sponsored by Porfirio Diaz to commemorate Mexico's struggle for its independence from Spanish colonialism. Hence, Dr. Atl, organizer of this initiative and promoter of modernism, has been considered as the ideological precursor and theoretical defender of muralism, in search of a painting with values and spirituality. With this, we come to the end of this episode of Feedback. Wasn't it amazing? Make sure to like and subscribe for more interesting content that will help you practice your English skills. If you're a member, register for the Bellas Artes Learning Tour we have coming up on July 16th at 9 a.m. Remember to keep practicing and growing within the language. My name is Juan Carlos, this was Feedback Learnex, and I'll see you next week.